become Missouri.
Yeah! Celebrating women farmers around the country.
Here comes a tractor.
Just fine. Just shout.
Hi. This is actually, you know what? Welcome to FarmHer. There's tractors in the background of our noise. It's super normal. It's just what we do. You go to farms and you need to capture their sound. What can we call it when a day gets taken over by Margie? And I always, like, I am 40 years old, and you would think by now that I would know that it's called a FarmHer Scary Day.
Yeah.
I always think we can fit more into a day than we can. Always. Like, I will apparently never learn my lesson. Yesterday, we got up out of our harvest host and we ran first a couple miles up like the steepest grade that I've probably ever run on. My legs literally felt like cement.
Yeah.
It was tough. And then we came back, ate breakfast, did a little bit of work. We went into Baxter Winery and Vineyards and we told her story. We got the parts and pieces that we needed to do that. So we did that yesterday. We hit the road. We drove, 4 hours south. Very pretty. We drove along the Mississippi for a while. We came down through Hannibal, Missouri, and then we landed here at our campground. And then we weren't done. Here we are working our way down further south in, what state are we in?
Missouri.
We're in Missouri. We are going down a very steep grade for, you know, us Iowans anyway. I'd call this getting ready for Colorado, which we think we want to go do.
Hopefully.
Later on this trip. Tow haul is on, and so you can just, right?
Yeah.
Just is that easy. Just
It's like waddle braking light, but yeah, kind of like that.
At the light, use the
Well,
right two
it's-
lanes to turn onto historic Route 66.
it's an old road.
It doesn't really look
This is a big deal. We just pulled through our very first pull-through full hookup site. We have, I know, we have never been to a full hookup site because we are last-minute travelers.
Yep.
We come up with a plan and like sometimes like day of, week before, and like you can never get the full hookup sites.
It's true.
We got one. And something great about this, I can sit right outside my camper and watch the kids swim without having to swim because the pool is right there. And this is starting to really look up.
I didn't even notice that.
Look, we have been sitting out here at the pool working while AJ has been working very hard, right, Tony, on his flips?
Yeah, it's flips. He's actually got it down. First time I've ever seen him do it.
Okay, so check this out. Give it your best. Push off from the edge. Do not hit your head on the edge. Okay, ready, steady, go. And then we went to a farm. Last night we got in the truck, and here's where the crazy really started, okay? We get just, and like, again, it was frantic before we even left because of the bank stuff, and then we went swimming and everyone showered.
And we hadn't ate yet.
We hadn't eaten, no. We're like a hangry family.
Yeah, we were.
We were already mad before we left.
And then
Yeah.
I missed 4 turns.
Well, first I forgot my tripod. We are back in the truck and we are headed to a farm. We're going to a place called Urban Buds. So I'm excited to see this. It's a 1-acre urban flower farm. And, you know, in true Alaniz fashion, I left my tripod. I can't even remember what it was called. I left my tripod back at the camper, so we had to turn around and go back. Tony's laughing at me. I just set a new rule for us. I already know this from when we filmed for the TV show. We cannot do 2 farms in one day. And now we are headed back down, and we are headed down into St. Louis, into the heart of the city. And I'm excited for these kids to get to see what urban farming looks like. And we start to go again. And it's not really Tony's fault. Like the map updated. The map didn't like tell us where to go when we needed to get off on a very confusing series of turns.
Yeah.
And we ended up missing 4 of them, and we were on like highways or interstates, and so you had to go down like,
Can't turn around
you know,
fast.
miles, get off, go around, wait in lights, turn around. We get off on our last wrong exit, on our last wrong turn. And actually Tony pointed out, like when we got off on the exit, he felt like you were driving like a bat out of hell. We were late, and you were like driving really fast, and you were like, you came out, I felt the truck like kind of come to a stop.
I keep doing
It's true. And so he was driving like a bat out of hell. We get up off the exit, and then we are at a stoplight waiting to get back on. And
this guy honks at
we
us.
heard a honk, and I think one of the kids said,
And I turned out, and then this guy came up to our tailgate, and I ducked down because I got so scared because I was like, Dad, there's someone at our tailgate.
someone got out of their car and was coming up to our truck. Oh, guess what? He was coming up to our truck because
The tailgate.
the tailgate was down.
It
And-
had just fallen.
We think it had just fallen down on that last exit.
We heard.
It must have, because just inside of the tailgate was my backpack with, other than these 3 very important pieces of my life, the rest of my life was in my backpack, my camera and my computer.
Amiga.
And no, like I love Amiga, but my camera and my computer, which are how I work, like that's it. Thank you to the guy in St. Louis on wherever exit we were. If you see somebody with their tailgate down, you help them, because
But why did it tell you all that?
That's
Oh.
the real question. Oh.
so when we came back, because I had lost my tripod, didn't lose it, left it here. When we came back to get the tripod, I was the one who went back and checked for something in the back end of the truck. And I swear I closed it. I swear I did still, but whatever, I guess I didn't. And our tailgate even locks, like when the truck is going. So it's super ridiculous. I apparently didn't get it shut all the way, and something must have banged against it and it popped it open when you're driving like a bat out of hell. Tony gets back on the interstate as we're realizing that the guy shut our tailgate, and as it's like sinking into all of the stuff that we need.
At first we were all like, yeah, it's okay, thank you. And then it hit Dad, and it was like,
I'm like, my backpack. I start like kind of panicking in the car. I'm like, Tony, you have to pull back over. Like, if those fell out, we have to go back and look for them. Much less, hopefully they didn't hurt somebody, right? And so he pulls over, I get out on this crazy interstate, and I have to explain this all to you because I couldn't even film it because it was just so like gut-wrenching and sickening. And guess what? I got back to the back of the truck. Everything was there. It was the biggest relief I've ever felt. But then I had like an instant headache from like the 2 hours that led up to this point. We get back in the truck, we head to the farm. The women were wonderful, beautiful people, a little oasis in the middle of the city. I am right here in the heart of St. Louis, and we are at Urban Buds. And you are gonna meet Miranda and Mimo and August, and they have an acre right here in the middle of the city that they have renovated, and they're growing all kinds of flowers on. They grow so many things, so many different varieties, lots of diversity, and they've got some fun stuff going on. So let's head inside.
70 different crops.
Here's the farm, but
70 crops on 1 acre.
here's the farm, but it has bugs in it.
Okay, bugs. This is where the flowers grow.
This is not. This is what we're planning for.
This is why we bought the property. Was this glass greenhouse? They don't make these anymore, you know, and they wanted to tear this down and turn it into a parking lot for a mosque on the corner, and we were like, no.
This is beautiful.
We had another vision for it. They're delphinium.
Yeah.
We plant them in the fall.
Uh-huh.
They bloom in the spring and then come back again for a second flush.
They're striking.
They are striking. They're huge. They're massive. They're really stately.
Yeah, this is a glass greenhouse.
This is the Lord and Burnham glass greenhouse.
Yeah,
Built in the 50s, we think.
it's beautiful. It's
Yeah.
just a unique structure.
Yeah,
but
right. And you don't see these
No,
anymore.
I've never seen one like this.
Right,
So,
right. Yeah,
not
it's
that-
very, very.
Yeah, a greenhouse is a photographer's dream, and I started this as a photography project because the light will
cool.
always be better in a greenhouse than anywhere else.
Wow,
So
that's cool.
it's my
okay.
favorite place to take pictures. So okay, before we do anything, oh, we're just getting started. You want to go back here and
Yeah,
watch?
just come on. Go by the kids, kiddo.
Come on.
Come on.
I thought you wanted to watch the interview. Come
Yeah,
on, we're doing
come on.
it. We're doing it right now.
Yeah, we are to give everybody an idea. We are in the middle. I don't know if we're actually in the middle. We're in St. Louis, in town.
You are in the heart of the city, for
Yes,
sure.
you are. The heart of the city, but you would never know it based on where we're standing.
So you are in the Dutchtown neighborhood of St. Louis. You're 7 miles south of the Arch as the Crow Flies. The farm that you are on right now, the records we have dating back are to 1870. And the owner called me and said, do you know anyone who'd want to buy an old greenhouse in the city of St. Louis? I said, I don't know. Let me come check it out. That night I said, Mima, I went to this old place. You couldn't believe it. Broken glass, no infrastructure, blah, blah, blah. She said, let's go right now. We came in and Mima's like, let's buy it. So on Groundhog Day 2012, we purchased the property and have been rehabbing it. And
You guys want to know something about me? I have an unnecessary fear of chickens. So August doesn't.
Pick him up gently, August. Yeah, there you go. Bring it over here, buddy.
No, we're gonna get on the kid.
Oh, you got the back end of that chicken.
They're very approachable, these chickens.
I see that. I mean,
Yeah.
they. Oh my gosh. If
Yeah.
they flap, that's when I'm usually like,
yeah,
it's time
so
for
they're
me to
super
exit away from
August.
it.
So, you is poison ivy.
Yep, poison ivy is over here.
That we is a tree.
Yeah, this is phlox.
Okay.
But down here is poison ivy.
That is poison ivy, kids.
We worked a lot with the city to be able to start a farm here. We're very proud that we are the second, at the time we were the second only urban farm that had an agricultural designation.
Right, this is a dahlia field. Over 800 dahlias are planted here.
Right, so in the city of St. Louis, like the way a house is demolished is they break the concrete, they break the foundation, and then put as much into the basement as they can, and then take off the rest and take it to a landfill. But this is just like a foot of fill dirt.
Oh my goodness.
You know what I mean? So Mima and I had to invest in topsoil being shipped in here so you can
I
grow.
need the model.
Wow. Oh.
The challenges of growing in a city that most
Right.
people never realize.
Whenever, yeah, you can't really
Mima will
tell.
I feel really proud of
Will
the
you
work
use
we
the
do in the
strawberry?
alley. Okay, great. I'm going to talk about the alley, honey. When we moved here, we decided we wanted to till out back and grow crops so that the neighborhood could be open to agriculture and be able to see it.
A little bit. I read online that you can grow anything. Tell me a
Did
little
somebody
bit.
say that?
It said that. Didn't it say that you had a green thumb?
I
and-
do. People have told me I have a pretty
So
green thumb. About 1989, came to Missouri and fell in love with agriculture basically, and have been learning and developing my cut flower skills ever since.
Yeah, I grew up early. My parents were beekeepers. We had beehives and would sell at farmers market and out of our home. Dushak's honey, how sweet it is. And my family members were farmers. It was sort of like, this is our experimentation station.
Yes.
well, you've
You know
got
what
a
I
big
mean?
one and a
Yeah.
beautiful one here.
Yeah.
Right? Like let's
yeah.
just try it. Let's try the high tunnel. Let's try the shade. Let's try saving corms or adding beneficial insects. And now I think what really keeps us going back, especially in the time of COVID, is our place in the community. You know, it is amazing to me
Yeah,
how
that's very
our
true.
customers, I'm getting shivers right now and I haven't even said it, but how our customers have come out to support us. You know, that part has been amazing to me. You know, we've made St. Louis our home.
This trip is all about running at something fun for everybody, right? Like, I want them to be able to experience the things that I've been experiencing and to get to see the world and see what's around them. And when you run at it too hard, it's all ruined.
I'm just gonna say this.
Yo, the best mom, you fill up our day so much that we all want to kill each other at the end of it.
Follow your dream. This is the best life. Like, I am so glad I got my little degree in sustainable agriculture and wanted to be a small-scale farmer. What a hippie.
Good job.
I know, right?